Good morning. It is Saturday morning, October the 12th, and I just finished a run this morning. So I thought that I'd make a video just to check in with you all, let you all know what's going on with my life, talk a little bit about what it's like being back in the Matrix, back in civilization after 5.5 months on the PCT. And then I also have a little bit to talk about at the end of the video about a new piece of gear that I'm trying out. So it is 3 weeks since I've been back, and I don't know, it's different. It's very different from the AT because on this time I wanted to come back. I was ready to be home. It's been very nice being home with family. It's been very nice being back with my dog. The things, I had a whole list of things. On trail, I had a list always, like a running list on my phone of a town list, things I need to do in town. So that last week or so, maybe 2 weeks, I changed my trail list to at-home list. And I started making a list of all the things I needed to do. I pretty much have gotten all of those things done already. I'm very task oriented, so I was like checking it off. I went to the dentist my first week back, got all the trail candy cleaned off my teeth. I got no cavities. I said everything looked good. I made a doctor's appointment. I do go to the doctor usually every 6 months because I have asthma. And I couldn't get in until later this month, so that's gonna be in a few weeks. I bought a new car. She's over there. It's a little bit of a distance away. Where that cloud of dust is, man, I never point to the right spot. There we go. My car is right over there. I bought a Subaru, and it's like a red color. So I've named her Ruby the Subi. So far, I've had it for a couple weeks, 2 weeks or so, and I really like it. It's didn't have a lot of bells and whistles on it. It's more of a base model, but it does have some stuff, and I love the way it drives. So I'm really pleased with my new car. I've had a truck for so many years. It's actually pretty cool. It sits more like a truck. It's not like these SUVs that sit like more of a car. So I got the car. Once I got home, I did take like 3 days. I think it was my 4th day I started running again. So I took 3 full days off of any kind of real activity, and I ran, so last weekend I did my first long run in a long time. I did a 10-mile run. That's building back up to long. That's a pretty long run for me. I just did like 4.5 miles this morning. The way I do running is, that should be probably a whole nother video. I try to set monthly and weekly goals. And so tomorrow I'll probably do a 9 to 10 mile long run. How my body is doing after trail. My body does really well on these long hikes. I don't really have too many big issues. The only 2 things I've had, the first week or week and a half, the balls of my feet were really hurting, especially when I was running. Once I got to like 3 miles, 3.5 miles, it was just like throbbing, and I have to stop and like rub my feet. But it's been getting better and better. Like I've run 6 miles with no problems. When I did 10 miles, I did have to stop twice and take my shoe off and kind of rub my foot a little bit. But for the most part, they're getting better. I have one nagging issue that's kind of been bothering me for a couple weeks. I probably need to take some more time off of running. But my left hamstring gets really tight and causes a lot of pain. I'll usually take a day or so off, maybe a day and a half, and then it's better, and then I push it, and then it comes right back. I was starting to feel it at the end of this morning. I only did 4.5 this morning, and like I said, I'm hoping to do a longer run tomorrow, so I don't know, we'll see if that works out with this hamstring. Other than that, I feel really good. Overall, once I get home and got on the scale, I lost probably right at 30 pounds, maybe close to 30. The one thing that, man, does not stop when you get back to civilization is the hiker hunger. And I feel like I am hungry all the time. And there was a week or so there that I was like, I'd eat a bunch of food and I'd just go to bed with my stomach growling because I was like, I can't eat that much because I'm not burning that many calories. To be expected, I have gained a couple pounds back, I think maybe about 2 or 3. And that kind of goes with the day. I have, after I run, sometimes a little dehydrated. I'm back to exactly where I was when I got back home. So now that all the stuff is off of the list, I have been working this week I just started on Monday, really, working on the job hunt. So I don't know, those of you that aren't aware, I work for the federal government in a management position for the last 19 years. and I'm either going to transition to another agency or to the private sector, and I don't know exactly what that's going to look like yet. What I did doesn't translate directly to many private sector positions, so I'm trying to figure out exactly how that's going to work, what it's going to look like. I've been doing a lot of research. I did a private sector resume for the first time since college, so I've got that going. It probably needs some more work, but I have applied for some jobs. And then I've updated my federal resume, and I did apply for a federal job again yesterday with one agency, and I'm just going to keep kind of working on that. I really hope that I don't get anything. I don't know. I got my foot half in the water on the effort and half not. So, like, part of me thinks that in order to start really feeling like I'm getting back to normal, that I need to be working. The other part of me is not really ready for that. So there were a couple jobs that I had, like the phone number for the hiring manager, and I thought, I could probably reach out to them, call them, talk a little bit about my skill set and my experience, and I may be able to get a job like that. And it's like, I don't want to do that, because I kind of want to. I do have some things that I'm more interested in than others, and I kind of want to see how some of those things play out and put a little more effort in pursuing those. But they're either with other agencies that are going to take the hiring process sometimes takes months, and then with the private companies, there are a couple. The one that I'm really interested in is a big company, like a worldwide company, and I don't know what their hiring process looks like, so I'm kind of working through navigating that. So that's that. The one thing that I guess I can say that I'm struggling with the most is a lot of times, other than like walking my dog twice a day and then running, I don't know what to do with myself. On trail, you get so ingrained in the simple life. You get up, you eat, you walk, you eat, you walk, you eat, you walk, you sleep, and you do it all over again. And you always have a mission of moving north, getting closer to the Canadian border. And in the matrix, or in normal life, I struggle sometimes with. I finally kind of worked through this in my head the other day to find a way to articulate it, and I think I'm struggling with finding the point in some things, just because, just in normal life, a lot of times we're just being, we're just here, we do fun things, we hang out with family, we have routines and things like that, but there's no real mission. There's no real point of what am I going to accomplish. I'm going to make 25 miles north today. I don't feel like I'm working towards something huge. The other part of this is when you achieve something, and if you don't view it this way, that's fine. But I view through hiking one of the long trails as a huge accomplishment. It's a monumental thing that I've achieved. And when you're working towards something so big and you achieve something so big and you live such a huge adventure every day, sometimes I find it difficult to even want to do other things here. No, I don't want to go have a drink at a bar most of the time. I don't want to go out to dinner. I don't want, there's a lot of things that's just I just don't feel like doing things. I've really been thinking a lot about maybe before I go back to work, maybe I should go try to hike Georgia on the Georgia section of the AT, or maybe go spend a few days on the Ozark Trail. And then I start thinking, I do need a new duplex tent, and then what other kind of gear do I need to replenish? I just try to keep quashing those ideas for now, because I'm trying to get my brain wrapped around living a normal life again for a few years, maybe several years. And I think I've shared with you all before, I kind of, at least where my mind is right now, I really would like to kind of finish my real working career, which I need a few more years for that, and maybe only 5. I don't, maybe, it's not like I'm not looking for forever, but I do need a few more years to save a little more money, get a little closer to when I can start drawing on investments and things like that, and pension, my government pension. So I need to be a little closer to that. So I don't know, I need to probably work for 5 to 6, 7 years, and that would put me in my upper 40s, near 50, and I think I should still, as long as I maintain my health and stay active, I think it would be a huge thing to triple crown after I'm actually done with a real career. Now, I'll probably have some part-time jobs or seasonal work, something like that, but at this point, that's where my brain is. I'm kind of trying to not be the weekend warrior and do these smaller hikes and backpacking trips because I'm trying to keep my brain from letting myself think, you know what I really need to do? I need to apply for a Ridge Runner position on the AT this year, or CDT, here I come. So that's kind of where my head is. That's kind of what I've been up to as far as the future of the channel. Right now, at least while I'm not working, I've kind of been trying to think I'm gonna do a weekly video probably on Sundays. I have a few other video ideas for the future. I want to do a video about comparing the AT and the PCT and my experiences, and obviously which is better, talk about that a little bit. And I have a couple other ideas. And then I will try to continue to do videos to update you all with what's going on. I know they're not as exciting as, and I'm on trail, but if I do get out and do a section hike or something, I'll be sure to bring you all along. So stay tuned for the unboxing of my firemaple stove. For those of you that are hitting the unsubscribe button, I know this happened after the AT as well. After the AT, I lost 10% of the subscribers that I had at the time, and I've lost like 9 total count in the last 2 days. So I'm not gonna flood your news feeds with videos. I know a lot of people are here just for the PCT hike, and then they're ready to move on and find other people to watch. But please stay subscribed and give me a like on the video. Comments are great because the engagement helps the algorithm, I think. Who knows what the algorithm even is. Have a good day, everybody. Hope you all have a good weekend, and I'll see you next time. All right, so I have never opened these boxes yet, so I'm gonna do a little bit of an unboxing, and we're gonna make some coffee together. So I'm gonna go and open first, just because it's a smaller box. This is the Firemaple Star French press coffee filter. I'm kind of excited about this. I know I've always just used instant coffee on trail, and this is lighter than I was expecting it to be, actually. But come along, my friend from the AT, and I've hiked the Art Loeb and Bartram Trail with him, always carried, it's another brand, but he always carried a stove just like this with a French press. So I'm kind of excited to get this. Okay, it comes with this case. It's, I don't know, like a Cordura. It's pretty heavy duty, but it's not very heavy. Let's see, what is in, okay, and this paper is the plunger. All right, so here's the rest of this. I'm not gonna look at instructions. I'm just gonna assume I can figure it out. So it looks like you just stick the plunger through the top, screw it into the bottom, and the French press, voila. Okay, I'm gonna set that aside for a minute. Here's the big deal here. The Firemaple Star X2 cooking system. It says your mobile kitchen. So let's see what all is in here. Okay, so it comes with a bag to hold everything. Ooh, this is cool. It comes with this color. I guess it's like a neoprene warmer insulator decorator thing. And then it also comes with 2 others. This one is like people climbing. And then I kind of like this one because I like the colors. And because it's a hiker. Okay, so for the purpose of this, we're just gonna leave this on there. Let's see, so it looks like this pops off. So it comes with the burner, the lid, and the actual stove piece, and then the base. All right, I'm gonna put this together and be right back. Okay, so it did come with some extra O-rings for the bottom of the valve. And what I was confused about is this piece, but I looked at the instructions. It's an extra pot holder, so we don't need that. So I'm gonna go ahead and make some coffee, and it's gonna be real easy. All we're gonna do is pour our water in and heater up, throw the coffee in there, and you know how the French press works. I'm gonna go ahead and make 16 ounces because that's the bottle of water minus what I just spilled. And I did go ahead and change out to the insulator thing that I liked. I'm also deciding not to use the stabilizer thing. It's probably safer. It just, for the way this picnic table is, it just didn't need it. It was kind of getting in the way because it was falling in the cracks here. One thing I already really like about this over my current system is it has a push button igniter, so I don't have to have a lighter separately. I usually carry the Toaks 550 with a VRS stove. It's smaller, more compact system. However, all of this fits inside of the pot. So really, it's a little bigger and heavier than my current system, but it's supposed to cook much faster and or boil much faster. And it comes with the insulated cup and all that. So I'm gonna see how I like it once the coffee's done, and then we'll get to talking some more. All right, so my coffee is finished, but I did not think this through very well. And I don't think this is a fault of the stove or the French press, but of me. So one thing I didn't factor in here, I was assuming that I was just gonna be able to drink the coffee out of here. However, when I poured the coffee in, I got it around the sides and it kind of stuck to the steam from boiling. So then when I pushed the French press down, it did not get all the coffee. And then I realized, well, I can't drink out of this thing with this here. And I don't have a cup with me. So I used the bottle of water. I ran back to the car and I got I cut the top off of this bottle. So it's very much cowboy coffee. There are definitely grounds in here. I love how fast the stove boiled. The water boiled in no time. It's not very heavy, and it says it's 630 grams, which it says it's 1.38 pounds. I don't know, I guess it is. Yeah, I guess it is probably that heavy. It's very similar to the brand Jet Boil from what I can tell. I've never had a Jet Boil. I think this is definitely something I will have with me in my vehicle. Probably not the French press unless I need to practice with that and get a little better and figure out a better system for that. But I definitely love the stove and pot system that's all in one. And I love how fast it boiled water. And the biggest thing, I'm so used to that little small cup. It was really nice to be able to boil 16 ounces of water in no time. And this thing is much bigger than that. It's a ½ liter. So that would be, no, that's not right. It can't be a ½ liter because a liter is like 33 ounces. So I poured a ½ liter in here and it barely filled up half of it. Overall though, I really like it. I think it's nice that I didn't really need this. It does come with all this extra stuff, but all in all, once you pack it up, if you don't use the French press, whatever you decide there, I mean, it packs up to this size, which is, it's bigger than like a 750 milliliter pot, but it's basically the same size. Actually, it's probably shorter from what I'm guessing than the Jet Boil. Overall, I think it's a great stove, and I will definitely be keeping it in my vehicle. I probably would not backpack with the French press, but I will probably try to backpack shorter trips with this just because of the convenience and the comfort, luxury aspect of it. I probably would not through hike with this, but overall it seems like high quality. I like it comes with the different options, and if you're interested in one of these, I should have said this at the beginning, in all candor, this was a partnership. So they sent me this, the whole setup here at no cost to me for me to do a review. But they did let me share with you a promo code. I will put it in the description of the video, but it should be Lil'Chap 10. So Lil'Chap 10, no spaces. If you decide to buy anything from firemaple, and it's just firemaple.com, I believe. Google firemaple stoves, it'll come up. And if you do decide to buy something, I do get a small commission amount. So just to be upfront about that. They have several other things. They have like smart personal fireplace and They have a whole bunch of different products, but I told them that really what I was interested in is stuff that's geared just for backpacking. I've got a lot of different collaboration requests. I've said no to everyone except firemaple because I've heard of them. They are a pretty popular backpacking company. A lot of the companies that contact me are like wanting me to do videos on flashlights and stuff that have nothing to do with backpacking, and this is a backpacking channel, so I don't know that I'll do any other collaborations in the future. I just thought, hey, I would like to try out a firemaple, and sure, I'll do a video about it. So thank you all for watching.